YouTube, Nostalgia here, and today I have a, well, I have the Lovecaster review for you guys. The Lovecaster review and class guide is officially here. Before I actually get into talking about the class, I want to give a brief shout out to Satanado and Denios, who are both members of our guild. Sat is in fact an officer, yeah, just a brief shout out to them for helping me and assisting me in the making of this video. Cool. So before I also go on to talk about the class, I'm just going to tell you guys how to get it first. So the only requirement for the class is that you have Lovecaster, which unfortunately costs 2k ACs, hence why the class was free if you have the armor, and you have to have Lovecaster in your inventory. So as you can see, I have it at the bottom here. I bought this when it first came out. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm definitely buying that. So yeah, so it costs 2k ACs, and if you have the armor, if you bought the Lovecaster armor, you can purchase the class for free from the shop, which was just released in the recent update of the game about 20 minutes ago, since this video's actual creation. Cool. So where that class can be located, if I click on game menu and I go to shops, if I click on Belling's birthday, it will give me the option of her rares or her Lovecaster class. If I click Lovecaster class, this menu pops up with Lovecaster. If I click on that, as you can see, there is no price, no ACs, no gold, nothing, and I can just click buy. If I click buy, it's going to say error, you already have it, as I already have it. Cool. So yeah, so that concludes that. It's not very complicated. All you have to do is buy the armor. So before I actually go into showing you guys the skills and the damage stats and all that stuff, I'm just going to talk to you about my first impressions and feelings of the actual class. It's an interesting class. It's a mage variant, as AQW actually said it would be in the description of it on the design notes and also on Twitter. It is a mage variant. If I just go through the skills very quickly, this is its version of an auto attack. They replaced it with a heart symbol. All it says is love is a basic human emotion, and sometimes it can hurt people. So basically that's just your auto attack. Over here we have a similar spell to that of the Fire Warmth Mage. Breathes fire onto your target, causing moderate damage and applying the love scared state to them for damage over time. So basically you apply this and you keep smacking them over time. It doesn't mention anything about stacking, but when using this class I just spam this. I generally spam these two, and then I can use this one over here. This one over here, we'll go to the second spell. The second spell, summon the Love Potion's power and hit your foe with an intoxicating filter, which has a slight chance to stun your target. So basically, it is another medium to light hit spell that also can apply stun. Over here, we have gathers mana from nearby ley lines and increases your damage resistance by 75% for 6 seconds. So this buffs you up. If you do this, you can apply this, buff yourself up while you keep spamming with these. And then over to the last spell, we have you are flying fast on the wings of love, causing moderate damage to your target. This power also doubles your attack speed and cuts all mana cost in half for 8 seconds. That is a fantastic spell. As you can see, it's 50 mana, so it's 50% of your total mana. Has a 15-second cooldown, but in a battle you would probably only use this once. 15 seconds cooldown is quite a bit, but if you just read that, it doubles your attack speed and it cuts all mana costs in half. That means that this over here becomes, it's actually free. This over here becomes, 12.5 mana. This over here becomes 12.5 mana, and obviously that is just your normal attack. So it's a fantastic spell. So you obviously apply this first, then you apply this, and then you keep spamming between these two. That is generally the strategy that I would use with this class. Cool. So before we go into using it, I'm just going to have a quick look at the passives. So if you click this button and click to stats and classes, over here you get to see the passives. So as you can see, they're both rank 4 passives. If I click on this, it increases your intelligence by 10%. So intelligence means it increases it increases mage or spell powered damage, dodging, all of that stuff is increased by 10%, which is quite a good increase if you think about it. And then down here we have increased haste by 10%, so you become even more ninja-like, which is even better, considering it already has a very good amount of dodging ability. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to Shadow Realm, my favorite and most trusted place to go and farm classes and stuff. These two are having a full conversation about something, but they're going to follow me and assist in killing the creatures at Shadow Realm. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop over to Shadow Realm 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, and let's just have a look at what the damage of this class is like. So here, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on this. As you can see, the monsters in Shadow Realm, they're 8,000 health, they're level 53. And let's just attack this, shall we? So we're going to attack. Now this is your auto attack. As you can see, 141 straight off the dot, 147, 140. So we're averaging 144, 140, 511 crit, 550 crit. This is just using the auto attack. As you can see, that is quite 525. That is quite a strong. Wow, 557. Those are some serious crits right there. Oh, shout out to Mortal Selection. Look, I'm critting almost every single auto attack, not applying any spells or anything. 479. That is some really good hitting right there. So yeah, and then if I go and apply this, and then apply this, see what damage he's hitting me with. So I'm getting hit for 22s and 24s when I'm applying 500s. So you're averaging around 380 to 400 each auto attack. That is a fantastic number. Go ahead and attack this one that Mortal's actually attacking. Look, 511 again, straight off an auto attack. That is 483. That's really, really good. Apply this. What am I hitting? He actually dodged that. Good man. So based off this spell, I'm hitting damage over time of 74. That was a 74. There's another 74. Another 74. So it appears to be a consistent 74 damage over time. I'm not worrying about my health right now. That can go down. I'm purely interested in looking at these stats. So the damage over time with the first spell appears to be hitting around 74 each hit. And the auto attack is hitting 500 and over almost every strike with the occasional 140 to 150. Now that, my friends, is a fantastic auto attack, and that's probably one of the best auto attacks I've actually known. So very decent in that regard. In terms of the enhancements I'm using, a lot of people would go all full luck variant as usual. You know, the traditional if in doubt just go full luck. But this one I actually decided to change the tack and go wizard. I generally use wizard with spell-based mage variants. My mage class is wizard. All of the mage sort of classes I have wizard, like shaman and stuff like that. And this, I decided to do the same thing. I actually made the class wizard, but I made the rest luck. When I use a class, generally my cape, helm, and weapon are all luck, and I kind of base the class off a different enhancement. So for this particular setup, in this particular video, I am using wizard with the rest full luck. Now you can change that up. Obviously you can go full luck. You could probably try, seeing as it is quite a dodge-based thing, you could probably try hybrid or rogue or whatever. You can, obviously there are 1,001 ways you could experiment with this class. You can mix up the cape and helmet and everything, different enhancements. You could have, I don't know, one luck, one wizard, one hybrid, all sorts. So don't be afraid to mix up the, I'll just attack this and so you can get more of an idea of damage while I'm talking. So don't be afraid to mix up the enhancements and have a bit of an explore and see what you guys can get. That is definitely worth a try. As I said in all my class guides, well, should I say the one class guide I've done so far, you know, it's purely custom. You can make your class, you can change it up. There is no right or wrong way. Obviously there is a more preferred way, but there is no official right or wrong. Cool, so now I've gone over the stats and the damage and stuff like that, I'm going to talk to, well, I'm going to sum up with my kind of brief overview of what I think of the class. It's a good class. It's a good class. There was a lot of, I know a lot of players were very worried that this class would be almost identical to the original Darkcaster. A lot of early upholders, first, second, those that actually managed to get the Darkcaster class were really concerned that this would be almost identical and make the Darkcaster that they have worthless. I don't see that's the case. Darkcaster is still a fantastic class. This is a good class. I wouldn't say they're identical in terms of skill set or anything. They are clearly different. In terms of, is this class worth the 2,000 ACs you have to pay to get it? Yes, I would say it is. I'd say this is a fun class, easy to use, fun to use, makes you almost invincible, and I wouldn't, well, not almost invincible, but makes you definitely a tricky target to hit. Could you use this in PvP? I guess you could use this in PvP. There are plenty of classes I would choose over this in PvP, but you know, if you want to really maximize your 2k ACs and use this in every way you possibly can, then yes, I'd say you could use this in PvP. It's definitely not a really weak class. But yeah, that basically concludes my class guide on Lovecaster. As you can see, I'm only rank 5. I'll probably do another review on this when I'm rank 10, giving you guys a lot more of a, you know, once I've been using it for a lot longer, give you much more of a detailed explanation on it and stuff. I just really wanted to get this up for you guys as quick as possible so you know what you're doing while you're ranking the class up, or if you're really considering whether or not to buy the armor to get the class. I hopefully this helped you in aiding that decision, and yeah. So if you found this helpful, please do not hesitate to let me know in the comment section below, as I always say, or on my Twitter, which I have a link to in the description. Give me an idea on what enhancements you guys are using. That would be great. And yeah, want to thank you guys for watching this. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for watching again. Peace.